let me ask you something. Would you rather invest in someone, or who would you trust more? Someone who just says 3 reasons why you need to do XYZ, or someone who says, I tried doing XYZ, it didn't work for me, and here's what worked instead. That is the difference that storytelling content will make for you and your content. It's going to transform the way that you show up in your content, the way that your community perceives you as the leader, and it's going to speed up the buyer journey time, meaning the time it takes for someone to land on your profile, make a decision about working with you, and taking the next step. It's going to shorten that so that you don't have to spend so much time creating content that gets clicks, but no one actually buys, no one converts, getting people commenting like, oh, you're so inspiring. You don't have to spend time outreach. You don't have to spend time in the DMs. You don't have to spend time networking. It's the difference of them seeing your post and being like, I need to work with this person. So you need storytelling content. You need to have content, or you need to have storytelling in your content to convert more viewers into clients for 3 different reasons. And this is something, if you don't know, last summer, not this past summer, but 2 summers ago, I challenged myself on TikTok specifically to post 3 times a day for 90 days. I kept this up because when you scroll on TikTok, every single person on there is saying you need to be posting at least 3 times a day to see your momentum build. You need to be posting 5 times a day to get clients into your inbox. You need to be, that every single person is preaching that you need to be posting multiple times a day to see progress. And where I had a background in Instagram, I had a background in Pinterest, I knew how to convert clients on Instagram and Pinterest, but TikTok was new territory to me. So I was like, okay, I'll play around with this. And I was using educational content, trending sounds, authority-based content where I'm talking about the work that I'm doing with my clients. I was cycling through all those content pillars, thinking, posting 3 times a day, following the advice of people that I saw on TikTok who had the success that I desired. And guess what? Nothing happened. And the reason why nothing happened, I truly believe this, is because the way that we scroll now in 2024, almost 2025, is so far more advanced than it was when we first started to really get consumed with social media. And I saw a huge shift in this when 2020 happened and everyone started getting addicted to their phones because of the pandemic. When this happened, people no longer saw also the algorithms changed. So people didn't see every single one of your posts. Like if you posted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, back in the day, you would be able to see Monday's post and Tuesday's post and Wednesday's post and Thursday's post and Friday's post. And we don't see that anymore. Now you're lucky if someone lands on your thing, spends enough time to tell the algorithm, hey, show more of this person's content to this person. And maybe they'll see your next video, or maybe they'll see the next video. But it's rare for someone to see more than one of your pieces of content on their Explore page, on their For You page. So instead of the old content system where you're posting day 1 is educational, day 2 is your voice, day 3 is your story, whatever, the old system doesn't work anymore. We need to be able to capture someone's attention, show them exactly who you are, why they should trust you, what's in it for them, what are they going to get out of this, and what the next step in this relationship is, whether that's to follow you, download your freebie, or join one of your programs. So I love storytelling because naturally we do this with every story that we tell. And the way that I teach storytelling to my clients, I teach a 5-part framework, which helps them. There's a hook, because we still need to capture people's attention. Then you give a background of who you are. You speak directly to your dream client and what they're currently experiencing. You show them your expertise in this by plugging in your own story or plugging in a client that you recently helped, and you sell them on the next step. So whether that is your freebie or following you or whatever they need to be doing, you're always selling. And this works in any format. It works in a carousel post. It works in a TikTok post. It works in a reel. It works in an Instagram live. It works in an email. It doesn't matter what format you're in. You can still use this storytelling framework to hit all the check boxes that we need to get someone to go from viewer to buyer. There's 3 different reasons why storytelling is so incredible for your content to convert more viewers into clients. Number 1 is it shows your audience that you see them, that you understand exactly what they're currently experiencing. How many times have you scrolled and someone said something so specific to you that you're like, are you reading my diary? Are you secretly watching me through the window? What gives? How do you know this about me? And when you have these moments, you instantly trust that person a little bit more because it's like they see you, they're validating your emotions, they're validating your current experience, whereas other people are saying, you're not getting this result because your content sucks and this happens. And they're like, and you're just saying like, hey, I see you. I've been where you are and it's okay. Here, take my hand and let's go to the next step. So this is a really strong way to build a connection, an instant connection with your viewer, which is going to build that trust, which is going to make them want to follow you or come back for more guidance and leadership. The second thing it does is it builds a layer of trust because when you use storytelling in this fashion, you're like, hey, I see you. We just talked about that. Hey, I see you. I was there too. Now you're adding this layer of I've been where you are and now I have the thing that you desire. And because I've been where you are and it's very specific and I know exactly what you're going through and what you're feeling, I also know the steps that you need to take to get to the desired result. So people are going to trust you because now if I tell you, hey, I posted 3 times a day for 90 days and I saw no results, every single other person who also had been following that advice they saw on TikTok, who also isn't seeing results, are instantly going to trust me a little bit more and they're going to listen to what I have to say about it. They're going to listen to my way of getting the result that I desired. And the third thing it does is it positions you as the expert because as I just said, 1, we're capturing their attention because our hook is so specific to something they're currently experiencing that they're like instantly like, I have to listen to this. How does she know this about me? How do they know this about me? 2, it builds that layer of trust because you're like, hey, I've been in your shoes and this is what I did instead to lead myself to the desired result. So you're capturing their attention. You're showing them what your role in this story is. And then 3, it positions you as the expert because you're like, here's the path that I took instead. Here's what you need to be doing instead of what everyone else is talking about, of what everyone else is preaching works. They're just telling you fluffy things to catch your attention, flashy hooks, and I'm telling you, this is what you actually need to be focusing on. You do all of that in one post using storytelling. And that's why I love it. I've had clients literally sign 3 clients overnight by implementing this strategy. I've had clients who have signed, every single client that they've ever signed has been through networking, has been through cold outreach, has been through engagement. And then they start using the main character messaging formula and they start to see people come in and say like, hey, I just found you via your content, but I would love to have you on my podcast, or I would love to work with you. What's the next? How do I apply? And I also have had people who have gone from their reels only getting, or their posts only getting 10 to 20 likes to suddenly getting 500,000 views and 200 plus likes on content that's very similar. We're just spicing it up a bit using storytelling. I can take your 3 reasons why you need to do XYZ post and make it 10 times more converting by backing it with your story, backing it with your client story, and treating your audience, your viewer, as the main character instead of yourself. So this is just my passion. This is what I love to do. I love helping my clients figure out exactly what content they need to be posting to get results, to start signing clients consistently from their content. Your content should be doing the heavy lifting for you. You shouldn't be posting and then feeling like you also have to do this and you also have to go book 1 million discovery calls or 1 million free coaching calls, because that's, if only you got in front of your dream client, then you would get more, you would have a better chance of converting them. you shouldn't have to do all of that, right? Like your content should be putting yourself out there. Your content should be getting you views, getting visible, converting people, selling your offer, selling them on you, all in one. So right now, if you're like, my goal for the end of 2024, going into 2025 is to master content that converts, send me a DM. Right now, I have spaces open for my content intensives in the month of November, where I will literally for 60 minutes sit down with you, create 30 pieces of content that you can use to sell your offer, backing it with story, of course. And you'll leave that call with just a folder full of ideas for content. So you don't even really have to think about creating content that month. It will all be done for you. Those are available to be booked. You can send me a DM and I can send you a link to that. And then I'm also enrolling for Force of Nature, which is a 6-month group program with me. This is where we go deep into your offers, into your messaging, into your content, of course, into your leadership and how you are backing everything that you do with conviction and self-belief that you can actually get people results. And when you join this program, it's like we're in a partnership together. I will do literally everything in my power to help you get the result that you desire. I will call you out. I'll have those tough conversations with you when you're feeling down, when you have the self-doubt creeping in, when you're just posting really fluffy content. I'm going to call you out. This is not a space where you're going to stay the same. This is not a space where I just say, keep going, you're doing great. This is a space where I really challenge you to get out of your comfort zone and take your business to the next level. Become a force of nature. So if you're like, I've been looking for a space like this, I've been looking to be pushed out of my comfort zone, I've been looking to really get that hands-on support, send me a DM to apply to Force of Nature. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for listening.